Yeah.
I'm a licensed tarot reader, which is different than certified. And that's a whole other animal, because depending on where you want to read, you may have to be licensed. And so I'm licensed for Salem, Massachusetts. We don't need that in New York.
Yeah, New York. Now, Connecticut and New York, you have to say it's for entertainment.
Unless you're a reverend.
You know, there may be the Bibles.
Yep. Unless you're a reverend. If you're a reverend and you carry the paperwork, not just walking around saying you're, I'm a reverend, you can do it for spiritual counseling reasons. And so in that case, when you're doing it as a counseling situation, you can use it that way. Of course, with spiritual counseling, you're wisest to do it with for donation only.
Oracle work. Like George said, it's for years. This has never been anything but a spiritualist, healing, and now a metaphysical temple. It's had a lot of this work done in it for many, many years. If you're going to receive an oracle, you're probably going to receive it here.
A really cool thing that you guys have taught me is that, I don't call it channeling, but doing what I do is just something I've always done. Mm-hmm. And it never was necessarily part of the witchcraft for me. It had no basis for the tradition. You fall into that divination stuff and you just leave it over there. But the one thing I really liked was not only the stress that it helps you commune and be with deity and relink, but that takes you into your ritual. And watching you and Cynthia and Lee and Davron do ritual, you keep the invocation and evocation lines open because of your healthy practice of having that connection. Mm-hmm.
See that, which is the need to see that, which is different.
I am the force that represents death and life and death. I am the being who came into being and who made to come into being all the beings that came into being.
There are two acupressure points behind your head here. You put your fingers back here. You feel your finger kind of fit right into it. Right there, just above those two little bones. Yeah. Just get it kind of on the side. You feel it, and it might feel a little sore, If you rub them, they might have a little tension or something. When you massage those, what that does is it opens up the cognitive imagination, because that is where all of anytime you're channeling, that's where it's coming through. It's coming through, as we were talking before, in your brain. Comes in through, that's the area it comes in through. Some people say, well, gee, is it me or am I really getting something? Well, wait a minute, folks. there's only one channel it can come through, and that is the cognitive imagination. And if it doesn't come through that, it doesn't come through. So it's a little bit of both. I did a little exercise with silver, and I said, now here's what I want you to do. You're on the channel. I want you to sit there, and I want you to make up a story about me. Okay? And she said, that's kind of how she is. I said, you know, there's no right or wrong. You're just going to make up this story about me. And she told me a story that only I would know. And it was true. And it was dead on. And it was all about intimacy issues. And, you know, and it was like something only she didn't know, but it was absolutely accurate. Yeah. It's amazing. I'll start doing this reading and get the damnedest stuff will come through. You know? And it will be, you know, it'll be accurate. I don't know how the hell I do it. Well, what it is spirit looks for a willing channel, and if it's got a willing channel, it will come through because it doesn't have a lot of opportunity.
See number 10. Slowly fading. It's becoming the number 9.
Character, picking on your character, awful stuff that's going to come up. It's going to get at your soul. It's mean. It's nasty. It's things that no human being will ever say to another. It's just to break you down because of money. That's not.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
I see this 3-story white house with this, and it seems like there's a lot of magical power there, but there's a lot of turmoil there too. There's someone here who has a child, and a great-grandmother or aunt is trying to tell you she once was a ballet dancer or did ballet or some form of dance, I believe it's ballet, and she wants you to get the girl in ballet this year.
We're standing at a crisis point, at a turning point where we could lose everything. Common terms, global warming. We've already lost the city. It's getting very dangerous. The situation will turn critical. And yet each and every one of us has the power to stop it. And yet many of us have refused to take responsibility for it. We have such an opportunity here. The whole tradition. We have this wonderful, wonderful device called the crystal web. We've not utilized it to its full potential. This must change for the sake for our future, as well as the future of our children.
My guide, some of you may know him, Manuel, told me is that we can make a difference because as pagans, we don't follow a book, so we are able to rewrite what goes next. And this is why there's been the flux of pagan religions. And it's a war, if you will, on a different level. And when you feel dread, and there's a lot of people who reported feeling dread the last few months, neutralize it and replace it with hope, and you can make the difference. I'll tell you something.
Oh,
Black licorice.
yes.
Yeah,
Black
there's a
licorice,
lot of
that's
licorice
common
over
here.
there.
Very common. Black licorice, we had it the last time I was there.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very common. You got it.
Just it goes this way. It's got the points touching each other, and they're a very dark blue. And then I get it's almost like a Rosetta design, one on either side, just spinning and spinning and spinning.
I see a presence beside George. Of a woman. She's talking about the key. She says, turn the key, George. Turn the key.
Sure.
Were you raised around horses?
Hmm?
Were you raised around horses? Did you have horses in your life as a child?
Yes.
I see you. You had one in particular you liked?
Yes. Sugar.
Is there a black and white horse?
No. My God, I had the
Darn
white
you
horse.
two. Darn you two.
I had the white one, he had the black and white one.
Okay, I'm seeing the black. I'm seeing the black and white, but I'm also seeing you. Horses. Yes.
There's some kind of abuse issue going on, whether it's
It's
someone
called-
at home. I don't know if it's more it's psychological or someone just saying things to bring someone down. And it seems like a scale I see weighing, and the person is weighing what will my life be like if I stay, because there's going to be like a whole bunch of difficult economic and those kind of situations, and taking the abuse just because they don't want to. They're scared to have the legs move forward.
A little baby girl. Dark hair, light eyes. Dummy. It's not mine.
Earlier I was getting that purple swirly light, and then it went into the form of an embryo.
A baby.
Yes.
A girl.
I don't know if it was a girl, but that's what I kept
Little
seeing.
girl.
The relationship is rocky. You cannot kill a partner. That's not an option.
I'm thinking brother, uncle, but that's not what it is. But it's somehow like a distant second of a brother, uncle, I don't know.
My dad had his friend was like an uncle to us, and he died early. He had an illness and he died. And he was yanked out of our lives. He was very close to my father. My father still. My father has not let him go in the 15 years since he died.
Is it a heart problem?
He got cancer and then he had heart problems both.
You know somebody that has a beard, a larger man.
Girl in the pink.
Yeah, right, sitting right next to you. I'm sorry, I don't know.
That's Dolores.
Oh, I can't see. Anyway, he's with you.
I know, Lily. I know.
He's really gruffy, beardy.
Really good. Right. I know, Lily.
Why
My
don't you
dad
just
had a
press
bear.
in your foot against mine?
Yeah, I was, and I put
Your dad
that
had a bear?
Yes, he did.
Is he alive?
He passed away. He died of when I was 7 years old, falling off a ladder and cracked his skull.
All I'm seeing is his head, and it's like right over past the view, and it's like he's giving you a bear hug, and like he's with your soul, and then like he's just with you all the time, all the time.
First time you have a lucid dream and recognize it, the next time it becomes easier. But triggers, it's like tell yourself during the day, over and over, I will know I'm dreaming tonight. I will recognize I'm dreaming tonight. You can choose an object, say I will see a pink tree, or a lot of them are always, you'll see what comes. So if you see your hands, you'll know you're dreaming. Well, if you told yourself that seeing your hands is going to wake you up. But I gave you those words in the morning. I gave you that list of words today. It's that same kind of thing. Put something in your mind that is going to tell you when you see it in your dream to remind you, I'm dreaming.
It's just like I was saying about astral projection. You gotta convince yourself that you're going to astrally project. Take a couple days before you even try it. Same thing with lucid dream. Convince yourself you're going to have a lucid dream, and you probably will.